It covers more than a third of our planet, a liquid expanse vaster than all the continents combined. For 200 million years, this primordial ocean has teemed with exuberant life and has been the crucible for the creation of new species, shaping the biological destiny of the Earth. The moon's cyclical power governs the globe's major weather systems, its influence felt by every creature that populates our world. Within its azure depths, true leviathans have set themselves in motion. Grey whales begin their long journey south, majestically following the coast of California. Two months ago, they left the rich feeding grounds of the icy Arctic waters and will now swim almost without interruption until they reach their final destination. The grey whale thus completes the longest known migration of any mammal, a spectacular round-trip journey stretching 16,000 to 19,000 kilometers. And all this colossal effort is made to reach a unique place, a set of 3 massive lagoons nestled on the west coast of the Baja California Peninsula in Mexico. The first whales begin to appear as early as January. The pregnant females, who conceived in this very place the previous year, have returned to give birth in these protective waters. Meanwhile, the other adults seek to mate, thus perpetuating the cycle of life. Stretching 26 kilometers long and 6.5 kilometers wide, the San Ignacio Lagoon is the last intact whale nursery on our planet. Connected to the Pacific Ocean by a narrow sandy channel, it forms an ecosystem in its own right. Powerful ocean currents constantly infuse these waters with food and welcome visitors from the depths, each following its own seasonality. Swarms of migrating squid find their way here, only to be devoured in turn by young great white sharks. 4 of the world's 7 species of sea turtles come here to feed. In late autumn, the pristine mangroves bordering the lagoon welcome a multitude of nesting birds. The tidal cycle is absolutely essential to the health of this ecosystem, down to the smallest invertebrate. The receding waters perform a natural cleansing of the lagoon. Decaying matter is then carried out to the ocean to be recycled. The rising tide, in turn, brings vital nutrients and oxygen-rich water. The evergreen mangroves work tirelessly, 24 hours a day. An endless labyrinth of roots firmly anchored in the sand protects the salt marsh from the fury of hurricanes and storm surges. Below, hundreds of species find a welcome refuge. Crabs, fish eggs, and fry thrive in the protective shade of this tangled vegetation. At least 70% of the world's tropical fish depend on mangroves like these for part of their life cycle. The lagoon's abundant wealth also attracts visitors from the air. Here is the osprey. These powerful raptors build their nests on almost any elevated structure to keep their young high up and safe from predators. The roof of an old, abandoned latrine thus does the job perfectly. The adults take turns hunting, as wandering crows would be delighted to snatch a defenseless chick. At just 1 month old, the young cannot yet fly, but they already know how to keep their nest clean. With a lifespan of 20 years, the osprey can travel more than 240,000 kilometers in its lifetime, always in search of good hunting grounds. No one knows how or when the whales discovered this desert sanctuary, but it has everything a mother could desire. A muddy bottom, rich in food, extra salty water that helps newborns float, and unparalleled security. And while orcas set deadly ambushes for whale calves on the open sea, they would never dare to venture into a shallow lagoon teeming with 1,000 adult grey whales. The mothers tirelessly guide their calves from one end of the lagoon to the other, thus building their strength and endurance for the long and perilous journey back. It was during the 1850s that whalers made the fateful discovery of these sanctuary lagoons. Harpooning a calf was enough to learn, in the most brutal way possible, what a 15-meter, 40-ton mother was capable of inflicting on a simple boat. The legend, doubtless based on a terrible reality, tells that 1 in 4 whalers who braved these waters was maimed or killed. The survivors had another name for these fiercely protective mothers: devilfish. Yet they hunted the grey whales for nearly a century. Today, the grey whale is a protected species, and it is they who seek us out. You are about to witness one of nature's greatest and most magnificent mysteries, a phenomenon that began in the 1970s and only occurs in the nursery lagoons of Baja California. Mother whales deliberately approach the fishing boats, accompanied by their calves. Some even go so far as to lift their newborns out of the water, bringing them face to face with the very species that pushed these cetaceans to the brink of extinction. Some of these interactions last for a fleeting moment, others continue for a full hour. When they leave the protection of the lagoons, this behavior mysteriously ceases. Atlantic grey whales were hunted to complete extinction in the 1940s. At the same time, only a few hundred grey whales remained in the Pacific. Today, thanks to conservation efforts, their population is estimated at around 20,000 individuals. In May, the whales have left, swimming north, back to the Arctic. If this young calf survives the perils of the wild Pacific, she will be ready for motherhood in about 8 years. Some migrations remain an unfathomable mystery.